allowed in, I think, 4 people can just hold it, and then you and Kendra can go and grab it. Everybody's a born artist. Every child is a fantastic artist, and they just draw anything that comes to their mind. And nothing's stopping them, and they're not worried about who's going to say what.
Where it's going to be at? Look somewhere.
Right here. I'm one of the lucky ones who continued what I was good at. So I wanted to go someplace bigger, newer, foreign land where all the classics that I love so much is from. So I went to Illinois State University. And it was a very good, safe, and nurturing place. I'm scared about tomorrow.
Do you have your speech ready?
You have to just be a really cool Ken doll tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be Ken. Lights, camera, action.
I always feel like I forgot something.
I'm sure we did.
I'm sure we did, but I'm not actually excited. This is nerve-wracking.
Well, it's all about your success. I mean, look how many shows you've been in all over the world. UN made stamps out of your paintings.
Which you mention every time.
The Vatican has your painting.
Yeah, I guess I'm the only one who met Pope and talked about painting.
Arriving as an international student from South Korea, Wonsook Kim made Illinois State University her home from 1972 to 1978, earning 3 degrees. In 2019, ISU recognized Wonsook's great artistic achievement by honoring her with the university's highest recognition.
By the power invested in the Board of Trustees of Illinois State University, I hereby confer on Wonsook Kim the degree of Doctor of Arts with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations.
Wonsook Kim credits Illinois State University as the community where she found her creative voice.
When you think about art at the time, it's either New York or Paris. And so I need to find a place where it's safe and who could pay me the most. Illinois State University, actually, throughout the whole time, I have never paid a single penny of tuition or room and board. You know, if kids were doing this, then I made it this big, you know, just so that I had to be ahead of it. So I got A's in all this, but it didn't make any statement or story about my life. That's when Harold Boyce said, "Why don't you do it with yours?"
Meeting her for the first time was after she probably was here, maybe even 2 years. I'm looking at a Korean student doing ballpoint pen drawings. And so I suggested to her, why don't you take a look at these, because they represent embracing your own culture. Once she discovered that as a vocabulary, then that really is her history.
Wonsook remembers the school's generosity that helped to launch her career.
I'm graduating, and I was really worried and very nervous. I ran out of money, and what am I going to do after graduation?
In 1975, Wonsook received the Elizabeth Stein Award.
It was an encouragement. It was a recognition that gave me a push that, yeah, give it a try kind of thing. So with that $500, I went to New York City. And at the time, I told myself, one of these days, I'm going to do this for somebody else.
And indeed, she did pay it forward. In 2015, Wonsook established the Wonsook Kim Art Scholarship to provide encouragement and financial support to students pursuing their dream.
She stayed very connected with us and decided to support students through scholarships, and that's just part of the whole picture. But Wonsook has taken the initiative to stay connected.
Look at all of these students since its inception in 1972. The Wonsook Kim Scholarship is here, and that list will continue to grow as well. Wonsook understands the struggles that students have to undergo in order to pay the bills. Students are forced to work, a couple jobs in order to pay for college. And Wonsook was like this too when she was a student here. And I think it's been beautiful for her to give money so that students can have a few scholarships so that they can attend Illinois State and maybe not have to work that second part-time job.
I wanted to make a difference. What Elizabeth Stein Award did for me, 1976, it was liberating, it was confirming, and I think that can be duplicated by this money. And so if I can do that to somebody else, that's fun. That is really a good thing if that can happen. And so I grabbed so much from this university. Where else would I give?
In 2019, Wonsook Kim and her husband, Thomas Park Clement, announced that they will be making a monumental gift to the university, one that will impact every facet of the art department, as well as the future generation of students.
In celebrating her accomplishments,
we have a 2-page ad that goes in our international magazine to all of our members, and it announces the Wonsook Kim College of Fine Arts and School of Art. Her name will be across the globe. Is pretty amazing. I've been doing some homework, and to find out how many named colleges of fine arts there are in the United States, and so far I've come up with 6. I have identified 0 that are named for any Asian people. She's a first on every level. Due to your wonderful gift, we've been able to envision new Master of Fine Arts studios for our Wonsook Kim School of Art students, graduate students. And this is what we're thinking. And so this is drawings of the architect's first kind of vision of what this would look like.
This is the Center for the Visual Arts.
Right.
We're standing out in front of the rotunda space. We're standing here, and the purple would be the Graduate Art Studios.
This is all new.
This is all new.
Yeah.
This used to just be where the little dive bars were, this street right along here.
And all that's new. You know, the place where we used to go and have sandwiches, all the kids and all. It's down that way, across here. Down that way somewhere. Anyway, it's all new.
Yeah.
We're just like a Rip Van Winkle.
This was a unique moment in the history of that school and the art department, because there was this confluence of certain faculty members and certain students. The ISU of 1970s is not the ISU of today. You know, the corn practically grew in the front door of the art building. But here's a sleepy little teacher's college in Normal, Illinois, yet it had this monster art program going on.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jean Miller and I'm Dean of the soon-to-be named Wonsook Kim College of Fine Arts.
I am deeply moved to witness this important first step in the history of American higher level education. It's something that I didn't experience during my time as a student, but I can't help but to wonder the kind of impact this means for representation and gaining equity for this generation and the next generation of students.
Well, it means a great deal for the university's future, not only for the Wonsook Kim College of Fine Arts and the Wonsook Kim School of Art, but for the entire university. It inspires other individuals who perhaps are graduates of this institution and have the capacity, similarly or more or less, to about the importance of giving back.
This is not a good sign to change your stuff.
To have the Wonsook Kim College of Fine Arts and the Wonsook Kim School of Art gives us an identity, an international identity.
To have all of that start with this one woman having an idea. And now we're named for a woman, and a woman who's an artist, and a woman who's an artist who's an immigrant.
To have, Korean name in this school, it's gonna affect a lot of people. Bigger than the school. That every little kid or student that goes in, the name Wonsook Kim will be very common. It forces it into the cultural fabric, and that alone will be transcended. And it's bigger than just the name. It's what the name implies and the impact it'll have.
It is my pleasure to announce that Wonsook Kim and Thomas Clement have made a transformational gift of $12 million to Illinois State University.
My name, Wonsook Kim, is no longer my own or personal or private name. It is no longer belong to me only, but to many. It is a symbol and a story of a woman artist, of a wonderful and nurturing place and opportunity like Illinois State University. Many stars had to line up to make these momentous events possible. My husband and my best friend, Thomas Clement, is a Korean war orphan, abandoned at the age of 4 and 5. I cry at this all the time. And he was adopted into America in 1958. He's an inventor and entrepreneur. And he ran a very successful medical device company, and his wish to give back this great nation where he received so much. And that made this sharing possible. Thank you. I made so many mistakes, large and small, in my life, and I'm not sure whether I'm done yet. I just better simply stay in my studio, which is the best place on earth, and just keep painting this interesting and mysterious life. However, you have a new name with a progressive and hopeful meaning, money to dream big, many new ideas, and programs to pursue. So I think you came out ahead.
I gave my daughter Wonsook her name 65 years ago, and today a wonderful American college has that name.
It takes a special person to come back to their university after they have been so successful and to remember, where they came from.
He says, okay, so now you gave your name away, so what do we call you?
My name myself having a unique name was very emotional for me to witness, where she was talking about giving up her name and adding a new meaning. When you hear Wonsook Kim, it's all around buildings. To me, myself, it's just a huge, impactful thing.
Well, she was so committed. She was so committed. And she just worked and worked and worked, and she's never stopped, and so on. And that's so meaningful to me.
Wonsook's journey is a remarkable message of hope. She's worked incredibly hard to build a thriving career, and she's never forgotten where she came from and always look back and offered a hand to pull up those coming after her. She's the first of many, but she's making sure that she won't be the last. Wonsook is leaving behind tools to ensure that the doors will remain open for those who dream, and for those dreamers to take a shot at achieving those higher goals.